Hello everybody, welcome to the Olympus server. I'm your host, Morilibus. Oh, it better be, it's my channel. Who else better be hosting? Just me! It's me. I don't know what I'm saying. Hello! I have used a lot of coal, guys. A lot of coal. In fact, what you see in front of me is the last of my coal. Roughly. Actually, the last of it's probably despawning on the ground. Okay. Let's go ahead and turn this into blocks. But yes, I've been going through a lot of coal, working on that flooring up above, to the point where we really do not have much left. That is the last of my ores that I had to be fortuned, and I've already fortuned basically this thing through, I think, 2 times or possibly 3 times. So I've already fortuned about 18 to 27 stacks of coal. And it's not enough. I need more. And it was to the point where I used to, like when I first got started here on the server, I used to just mine everything. So I'd always come back from mining with just tons of coal. And then I was like, okay, I have enough coal. I'm not going to take any more coal with me when I go mining, so I didn't. I stopped getting coal. But now I've reached the point where I have no coal again, so I might have to go caving, specifically just for coal ore, amazingly. Or maybe I should charge coal at my shop. That might be interesting. Or can you make coal out of charcoal? I don't think you can. Like a coal block out of charcoal? Pretty sure you can't. Well, we could do that. We could change it from diamonds to coal. But no, let's not do that. I'd rather have the diamonds. I'll go get my own coal. But I've been doing a lot of work up above, which we're going to see here shortly. And if you don't know what this thing is, it's the QOP. It's the Quick Ore Packager. It quickly packages ore so you can fortune it or something. Yay! There's a tutorial available on the channel. It should be on the front page. Enjoy. But yes. There we go. Okay, let's grab all that before that despawns. Alright, so I started actually recording this video already, but I had another audio hiccup. Man, I've been getting a lot of those lately. And I wasn't recording the game sounds, and I hadn't really recorded much already anyway, so I decided to... Nope. If I had counted, I would have known that there is not enough. Oh, look at that. 64. That's like it. That's it. That's all the coal. Might be a little bit of coal. Oh, right. There's still coal in the ground. Why don't we pick up that? We're starving for coal. We're just going to let it despawn. Good. Boop, boop. And now I'll be short however many I just threw in there. Of course. Of course. Go. 42 into 9. Leaving... Oh, yep. I could have made one more block. Oh, well. We'll grab that if we need it. Shut up, phone. No one's talking to you. Okay. Coal. Right. Words. Alright, yeah, let's go upstairs. Okay, let's show you what I've been working on. And we were talking about and troubleshooting what to do with these staircases. No phone. You shut up now. There we go. Alright. Okay, so let's just skip over all this for a second. Ta-da! Okay, so we got the staircase that I like. And I went ahead and I replaced this block. This used to be a block of the white stuff. What is that stuff called? Diorite. Polished diorite. But we were doing this in my single-player world with that staircase we just made in my underground. And I liked how that looked holding up the glass, so I made the change over here. I've also gone ahead and I've extended the floor and the rain. I've extended the floor all the way around. And I really like it, especially at the base of these other staircases, because it's very open. And so here we're going to somehow decorate the bottom of the sugarcane farm and have some kind of contraption here to house it all. Currently it's just this one chest. So we'll fancy that up. And then this continues around, and I was talking about how we could theoretically extend this out still, where these walls are not where the final walls will be. We've modified it, and this is where the final wall will be, plus probably a block. So we should be able to extend the floor a little bit more, because it does feel a little bit cramped, especially with this enclosed. So what we might do is keep it open like this one currently is, where it doesn't have the wood going all the way down. It's fairly open, and we could decorate it some other way at the bottom here. And here you can see that you got a little bit more room. Plus you can see where this wall is a better representation of how much room we will have. So even disregarding this, you can see here, I think we're already further if we look at the floor pattern. Yeah, I think it goes out another block or two. Oops. And then if we continue around, we get underneath the farms, same deal, staircase, nice open area. And we can see here we got our sorter now that we could probably lower by one more block so the chests are at eye level. And then we could encase it somehow and probably put 2 buttons on the left-hand side to run those 2 farms, and 2 buttons on the right-hand side to run those 2. And pressing the button would simply run the water through the system for a long enough period to flush out the crops, and then it would shut itself off. So I like that. I like how this looks and feels going down. You get to the farm, or at least the storage for the farm. This side still has the streams in place, so I did not do the staircase yet for this one, but I did the floor everywhere I could, because this is going to get removed regardless. Just didn't feel like doing it at the time, and I'm not quite sure what we'll do to replace it. I'm either going to try to hide it in the ground, or if we want this sorting system, which we probably do, to include any sorters that we have up top here, like the ones I was just pointing out for like the sugar cane or the vegetable farm, or perhaps the cows. We want this to go higher so that we can introduce it into our hopper line that would take it through these farms on this floor before dropping down to the next floor, like it currently does. So what we might try to do is think of a way to move that up higher, maybe roughly where I have that stonework up there, and think of a cool way to have something jetting out of it to get these items out of the center and over there. Alternatively, we could also keep the items hidden here, or I could lower it by a block and hide them under the floor and bring them over to like inside one of these or something and bring them up again, and then from up there, or bring them up however high we need them. I guess we might not need them to go up higher than the height I'm currently standing, so in that case having this just go down, or maybe even try to hide it somewhere else so it doesn't have to go down, like if we brought it at a diagonal under this floor and then introduced it into a hopper line that went all the way around. That could work. Anyway, spitballing some ideas. Oh, it's nighttime. Let's get rid of the rain. I'm the only one on. I think Iroh was on earlier today. We got different times that we like to play. But today I want to work on this area, I think, but I had started doing something else, which we may work on, or I might just do off camera. We shall see. But what I really liked about those other areas is how much space there is at the base of the stairs. So I really like how open this is. I think this really helps. Where if we go back over here, it looks really tight and cramped and not so much fun. That's why I was kind of digging this stuff out. I was trying to illustrate some things. So I really want to push this back, and I talked about we could just raise this up, or see what we could do to raise this floor up, and then we could just get rid of this and get rid of that all the way around, and then bring the floor so it meets up with this railing kind of deal. Right? So this is all floor, and then you come up, and then it's less cramped, but we still have this that kind of, I feel, ruins it. So I would really like to be able to get rid of this railing, and the only way to really do that is to get rid of the stair, or at least move the stair. So what I was doing here is demonstrating at least how far I would like this railing to be, if it has to be right there. So something like that. Hi, guy. And then I want to also illustrate, I was talking, let's see, there's various ways we could try to achieve what I want to achieve. I could simply start this staircase one block earlier, so the stairs end up being one higher. That would net us the top of the stairs, basically. This stair would be there instead, and that one there. So we would get this height. But again, we run into the dilemma of the railings, so that's a no-no. In my opinion, that's not good enough. I don't like it. It won't work. I mean, it'll work, but it's not ideal. So here I had roughly just dirt representing what this would look like if I had the railing here, I guess. Maybe it would be out to like that or something to that nature. So I wanted to see how close I could get underneath it. I think I decided roughly there is a good height. So we could come here, and instead of going up that way, we could actually turn. And we'll have a little landing here, roughly like that, except just a 90-degree one. And then we'd go up a little ways that way. Move, please. So I guess we'd come up a little bit over here. And then from here we could actually split. Like, I'd probably try to aim so it's in the center, I guess, still, if I can. I guess I can't. Unless I bring it flat for a bit and then come up the center. And then we could split off to the left and right, and we'd come up like over here instead. So you'd come up to the top floor on this side, and then we could potentially have a railing going straight across here instead, which I think would give us what we need. I think that would be enough of an area if I didn't have that railing there, and instead we could get the railing here without impacting that staircase. So as long as there's enough clearance, head height and all that. So that's an option. So yeah, this episode is going to be kind of a look inside my mind on how I try to plan things out. As you can see, I like to sketch with dirt, get the rough kind of structure and shape, and then I'll go ahead and replace it with the blocks we actually want to use. But what I was looking over here is this wall is not the correct wall, as I was kind of showing over here. This is the correct wall. And let's just see here. If we go from this guy, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What do we have here business-wise? I probably want red clay, I guess there, going up. I don't know if I'm keeping that hollow. I think to prevent some weird shadows happening. Okay, so if that is the wall for the red clay, well, maybe I don't have that much space. What we got to see is if we can go further this way. So alternatively, what I was thinking, instead of all that business that I just talked about, if I pull this stair back one more to give us that one extra height, and then I keep going with it as far this way as I possibly can. So before I brought it as far as I thought I could, because this is where the wall was. However, I don't think this wall is going to remain here. It's going to change based on what's happening on the other side. It ends up being more curved. Now, we might not gain enough, but if we do, then if it roughly brings this... If it brings this guy all the way back to, say, here, I think that is also a better strategy, actually, because I think I would prefer if the stairwell was just a straight shot up, you turn, and you go up again. As I just assessed, going up like this, and then going up like that, and then turning again, and going up some more, and then maybe a third time. That's a lot of turning. So if we could get it more direct approach, like moving it back that way, that would be good. So what I want to do... Oh wow, I hit the top. I mean, yeah, I hit the top. Okay, what I want to do is... I started to. You can see it there. I'm going to put the windows in. And put them over here. I wasn't sure if I wanted to have the windows on all four corners. And I'm not sure if I still do. But I think I do want them here. And possibly on the other side as well, if I can manage. And we'll try to incorporate them into the style of the big window that I have to go back to working on as well. But anyway, I think if I put these windows in, that will get us to the proper shape up to this height. And then from there, I should have a pretty good understanding by the looks of it. If we line that to that and that, that brings us, yeah, to this height. So then I should be able to tell what needs to happen, I guess. If that new thing ends up being out here by a couple blocks, then we've gained, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 more blocks, plus that one block I raised, 6 blocks. So if that changes 6 blocks, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's right where we want it. That might be the ticket. Maybe we only get 5. That still might work, but I think I need to explore this first before I go any further and see. And this windows have to be done anyway, so we might as well do it. I can't remember if I even did these in a video. I think I did them on a stream. But we can work on them a bit here together. And a topic I wanted to talk about in either this one or my single player series, but we might as well do it here while I'm remembering it, is what's going on my channel lately, and like video wise, games I'm playing, all that kind of stuff. Just a update on the current series I have. Okay, so what I did here is I laid out some dirt because I noticed, well, this is the center of the tower diagonally. I noticed that this pattern here does not line up with the blue pattern. If you notice, the blue's basically in line with this, and if we transfer that over, the red is not. And I know, like, that's the center of the blue too. So in order to get this proper, I think this red would have to be here or something. But I think I changed the red. I don't remember where I changed the pattern. I changed the pattern somewhere. But I did double check the blue, and the blue does match up. So that mid blue lines up with the bottom blue, and that corresponds to that. So I think it's the red that's incorrect. That probably doesn't line up with this. In fact, we could probably tell if I get the diagonal. Yeah, like if I follow these diagonal coal blocks, they should always line up with more coal blocks, or at least a lamp, as you can see there. Coal, 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 coal. So we can see this guy's not really lining up. So I must have changed him just so he ended up in the center of the floor, because I think otherwise he was probably, I guess, like the blue, and he was really hugging the railing. Anyway, what I did is I counted diagonally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I went 1, 2, 3, and I placed that coal block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, and I placed that coal block. And I'm basically mirroring the windows, and I believe that is the shape. It's hard to tell. Okay, let's see here. 1, 2. So it goes kind of over that way and then out 2, out 2. So this should go over this way 1, which it does not. It does the opposite. It's 2 this way. I don't think I've mirrored this properly. So let's see. The first guy, I didn't want to break the wall. That's why I was measuring from over here. Well, that should be the middle block, basically. 3. 1, 2, 3. I think it's supposed to be here? Is it? Oops. I think that might be more correct. This is the part I hate, guys, about the tower. I like figuring out like the 1/8 of it or whatever. I don't like having to then replicate it because I'm terrible at it. I don't know why I can't translate this between directions. I have a feeling it's supposed to be there, but I'm gonna have to double check, I think, and cut recording so I can do it properly. There's something about thinking and recording at the same time. It just does not work. It doesn't happen. 1, 2, 1, 2, dash, 1, 2, 1, 2. That looks, I think, right now. 1, 2, 1, 2. So if I look at it this way, I should be looking at, yeah, I think that's right. So these are wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. Okay, so let me get the frames in place at least, and I'll bring you back. All right, I think I have the orientation correct. What I was doing is looking at this guy. and he kind of forms a W. And so does this guy. He forms a W. If I go over here, please form a W. And we look at the middle one, it forms a W. A W. Okay, anyway, there's my logic. But if you notice, I think I've already answered my question, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I don't like the answer I got. Whoa. Here's the window frame. Here's our staircase. Window frame, staircase. We can't really go any further. I hear you, Skelly. Thank you. We can't really go any further already, so getting those 5 blocks doesn't look like it's going to happen. Let's double check, maybe. What can we do? If we get up over here and try to see where the top of the window is. Okay, the top of the window's there. And the equivalence staircase is doing what? It's coming from that side up to this side? Is that right? I don't feel like I'm in the right spot then. Oh yeah, I guess, because this is actually enclosed. So the staircase is actually closer to being where I am. So yeah, that's right. This just confused me having this staircase here. Compared to over there that does not have that case. Okay, anyway. So if I'm coming up this way, you can see I've got this red clay, and I'm probably going to want to do that up to there, which means I'm actually losing a block instead of gaining a block, I think, if this comes all the way down. And again, I'm doing that to try to... I should be able to change it, actually. Should be able to make that red clay and then this red clay. And that would bring that in a little bit. But again, probably not enough to do what I thought I could do. But that's a shame. That's a shame, because I thought that was the better option. So short of that, I guess what I'm going to do... I'm going to continue doing these windows anyway, because why not? I started them. I might as well finish them. And then that'll encourage me to continue along and maybe work on this window soon. So I kind of want to get him done. But yeah, alright, so back to the windows. Okay, while we work on these, I'll try to do it while talking to you guys, and we'll talk about the stuff going on my channel right now. I believe I have roughly 4 series going on currently, kind of ongoing. There's this one. There's my single player. There is, I can get rid of that now. Those are both the Minecraft ones, and currently those are really my only 2 ongoing Minecraft series right now. I don't have any other ones that I plan on at least starting up again. Other than that, I've got a series with jars in the game called Space Engineers. And if you haven't checked that series out, you might be interested in it. It's pretty cool, or it's pretty fun. It's just basically me and Jars working together to build a space station and build small ships and stuff like that. It's a survival-based space game, basically. So instead of like Minecraft, you're here on a expanding world. In that game, you're in an expanding asteroid field at the moment, or a fairly limited-sized asteroid field at the moment, but it is an alpha game. And then you can mine ores and minerals from those asteroids and then convert those into refined ores and then build stuff out of it, like build spaceships and all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty fun. It's kind of like, it reminds me a little bit of Redstone in a way, just the way you're trying to fit all these different parts together to make a ship that works. So I find if you're trying to build like a really compact ship, you might, it'll be similar to when you're trying to compact down like a redstone device, if you're trying to make that as small as you possibly can. Just putting out some scaffold here, guys, so we can look at the window from the outside, and that will be a lot easier, I think, to work with. Since I have the frame in place, I think if I just work on the outside first and just run around, or maybe I'll just poke a hole through here, and we can go through. Apparently at that height, because my aim is awful. So yeah, both me and Jars record it. Sometimes our footage is the same, sometimes they're different, so you always want to watch probably both perspectives to get the unique editing experience from us both. Or we've got a couple episodes coming up next, this Thursday and then Sunday are actually unique episodes in which we both kind of split off and do our own little thing for once. And then we meet up at the end of the second episode to compare notes and stuff. So yeah, that's a fun series I got going on. The other one is 7 Days to Die, and that's kind of it's less of a permanent series at the moment and more of a semi-flexible one, because that game is still in alpha as well, but it is getting updated quite frequently, and it is getting broken quite frequently. Or like your world, you pretty much have to reset with that game at each update, which I don't mind, and I understand, and I still enjoy the game. But as for recording a series with it like that, I don't know how well that will go if I constantly have to reset. There is some building mechanics you can do in that game, which I don't know if I really need another heavy buildy type series, right? I already have this one that's heavily buildy and fairly heavily time involved. So in terms of trying to think of what to do, what to build, and all that kind of stuff, and then actually do it, and then have time to edit it, means that it takes a lot longer to create, like, say, a Minecraft video compared to a 7 Days to Die video that I was doing prior. So the series I had on it was kind of a single-player first look, and I'm trying to figure out what to do. As you can see, I cannot think and work. Okay, so if we make this 4 coal blocks, that will work. And then this guy, coal there, not there. Okay, so the closest one, okay, let's see if I can remember that. Probably not. So yeah, so before, the way I was recording that series was, is it this way? Yeah. I would just sit and record for half an hour and then quickly edit that, which would take like 5 minutes, and then, if that, and then upload. So that's a very easy way of doing that. However, I don't know if that's something you guys would want to see long term, is just me picking up that game and playing it without really any much thought, right? Or not really planning anything. I'd just be basically running around scavenging and fighting zombies the whole time. Okay, so this far one, it's the closest section, that is that, and then we can go down twice with them, and then there's also one away, cornered. I'm not going to remember that. So we go down twice with those. Is that right? Or 2 more? I like that. That one I've already forgotten. Damn. Okay. So it goes, or am I even doing this right? Am I doing that right? I think so. 1 space coal? No. Diagonal to that first block. Diagonal to that first block. Okay, that's good. And it goes down 2. And then that one's diagonal forward. So diagonal forward, I guess. Except I think I only need it there. And then, wow, this is hard. I hate mirroring stuff. And then it's mirrored in the crease, I guess. So something like that. Let's see if this actually lines up. And then from that, we go space there and go up 2. And that should line up with the square. I don't think it does. So that means I probably screwed up. Should go there, and that should line up with the square. Yep, lines up perfectly right there. Look how close that is. Woo, I'm so good. Okay. Let me cut. I can't copy worth a damn. Windows in the wrong spot. Part of my problem. Hopefully that's my only problem. Still looks like a W. But just different placement. On the upside, that does change the stair a bit. So, still a W. Okay, good. So we might gain enough space. Or at least 3 blocks, maybe. 14? 14 blocks? No, I'm kidding. Okay, well, we'll see. Alright, so is that fixed? Can I do that? So that should be like that. That should be maybe there. And then that one is there. Ta-da! That's not right. Two of these are placed properly. There we go. We did it. We've done it. It's beautiful. It's everything it's supposed to be. Diagonal, 2 coal blocks, spacey something. Is that right? Oh, that's not right. Oop. Ta-da! We did it properly. The first try. Ta-da! We're the best. Alright, now we just need a whole bunch of stairs by the looks of it, and a whole bunch of stone, which I don't even have on me. Woohoo! It's okay. We have some. I think. Ooh, definitely want the coal blocks. Mine. All mine, my precious. Okay. Do we have stone? Okay. It's okay, we have this very complex sorting system. We have the power to get more stone. There we go. Okay, so let's... why did I build the dirt up so high? It's kind of in the way. I probably misclicked and just went with it, right? Yeah. Alright, looking at the time, guys, we are running out of it. So I don't think we'll get too far with this, but I want to finish our conversation about the series going on. So to recap, we've got this one, we've got my single player, and then we have... I don't know if that's even right. Then we have Space Engineers with Jarscraft, which is a cooperative series. That looks right. Oh no, that's farther out. So there's coal right behind... Oh, and that's supposed to be glowstone. Ooh, we have some. I was prepared. Yeah, that's the cooperative series. Oh crap, is it supposed to be there? I think so. I'm not doing very good. Back and forth. Alright, let's start here. If we just mimic off of the corner, I know that's supposed to be like that. And then the right side up facing me. I can only memorize 1 block at a time. I'm sorry. And then a wrap job. A wrap job. And then a half job. A wrap job, which goes something like that. And a half job? What the hell do I mean by that? Oh, I mean like this. No, wait. I meant like that. And like that. And then that one just has stone behind it for whatever reason. I guess I didn't need glowstone there. This glowstone's to make sure nothing spawns. And then that should be turned as well. So that's not correct, because that needs to be like that. Which that has space for 2 blocks, where this has space for not 2. Oh yeah, it does. Haha! I got it. I said I got it. I got it. So yeah, the other series, 4th series, and the other series I have going right now is 7 Days to Die, and I'm looking to see what you guys would like to see from that series. I don't want it to be I don't have time for it to be a heavily kind of edited series, like my Minecraft videos. It'd have to be something I could record relatively quickly. I do enjoy playing the game, and like I said, the easiest way is for me just to hop in and play for half an hour, but that may not translate to exciting video, especially long term. So yeah, so that's another problem, is because, like I said, it's alpha, it's going to be resetting quite frequently. I mean, they might get to a point soon where there won't be as many resets, but we can't guarantee that until it happens, basically. So in terms of trying to build anything on that anyway, it's likely to end in losing it, I guess. So I don't know how I feel about investing a lot of time editing and all that into projects that we'll just lose. So that said, the other option we can do for that series is I won't actually record it, but I will stream it. So anytime I feel like playing that game, I'll just start streaming it as well, and then we could do whatever in the stream. We can go And we can also get like instant feedback with you guys, whoever's able to make it. So that, yeah. So I think that might be the way we go. You guys can let me know on your opinion on that anyway. Okay, that goes out one more, and then cobblestone, and that should be the end of the window. Goes out one more, and that is the edge of the window, assuming that's lined up properly. 1, 2, 3, is that right? One. No, just 2. Okay. And that's not the edge of the window then. I think I screwed up somewhere. Oh no, that is the edge of the window. Yes. Okay, and then we put cobblestone block, which I don't have, but I have slabs, so that will do. So yeah, let me know what you think. If that is something that would work for you guys, I could do that. Where is this one supposed to go? Where? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I guess it goes right there. Cobblestone walls all the way up, and looks like cobblestone all the way around with one gap. Oh, and it's 3. Excuse me. So we do a continuous path like so, and then that's 1, 2, 3. There's probably one of those is glowstone, and that's glowstone, I guess, or maybe this one's supposed to be glowstone. Probably this one. I probably screwed up. Alright, so you can see how this is coming along. Hopefully I'll get that done for the next episode, and we can relook at those stairs and what we want to do with that, and hopefully rectify that whole section. And yeah, so I think that's it. We've talked about everything that I want to talk about. So let me know your opinion on the 7 Days to Die multiplayer series, what you would like to see from that. Easy videos or just streaming. And if I do stream, I can upload the video footage of the stream as well. It's just going to be in its raw form though, so I wouldn't be editing that down either. So it would just be, if I streamed for 3 hours, then I would chop it up to probably 5 episodes or something and air them every day to get the stream footage out. So yeah, those are the options that I have set forth upon you. Choose wisely. I need your opinions. And if you have any thoughts, stairwell, or any part of the tower really, let me know in the comments section below. Thank you for watching. Let's end off with getting a shot of the tower, because we don't do that as often as we probably should. That is so going to make it. Look how much that's not even close. I don't think I could have made that. No, look how far away we are. But this one, this is going to be the greatest shot. That's this one's going to be the most epic of shots. Come on. Yes. Okay, there we go. Stand back and admire our tower. Okay, that is all. Admiration time over. Thank you for watching, guys. Take it easy. Next time, bye-bye. Stuff said. Over and out.